Welcome back, Raw Staying in family. So today we're going to talk about Jeremy Carbajal deck list. He got 4th place at a Kaiba Court remote duel tournament, and it had 285 players. He played nothing but the meta. He played Dragon Links, he played Inferno Nobles, he played Dinosaur. He played against one of the top players in the game, and he still ended up getting 4th with this deck list. And I'm pretty impressed. Like, to be like, to get 4th place going against all these tier decks, let's give him a applause. But yeah, so let's talk about his list, because like on the first glance it looks pretty basic. You know, like this is like a normal Fluffal build, but when you start breaking it down, you start getting to notice some interesting cards that probably push this deck to the next level and let him grab that 4th place, because his extra deck looks pretty spicy. But first, let's talk about the main deck. So he plays 3 Fluffal dogs, 3 Fluffal penguins, 1 dolphin, 2 bears, and 2 wings. Pretty basic. He also plays 1 Fluffal owl. And if you guys watch my discussion about what's the weaknesses of Fluffals right now, I brought up this card. So a lot of decks take out Fluffal owls. I took it out on the LCS because he doesn't come up much. So in my theory is I would rather play a different card that does more than Fluffal owl. But my result was I kept on bricking and bricking and bricking. And a lot of my games I'm like, man, if I had Fluffal owl in my deck, I could have done more. And so this guy plays it and he got 4th place. Like, so that's just, to me, tells me that Fluffal owl, even though you don't summon him quite a bit, like you can go at 8 round tournament and probably want to summon him 4. That's still good, because those 4 times you didn't summon him, you probably would have lost. That's what it tells me with my results and his results. Comment down below if you guys agree or disagree that Fluffal owl is needed for the deck. But my personal opinion, I think Fluffal owl is needed for the deck. So he plays 1 Fluffal cheap. It's good extender, lets you link off for like links 2, lets you bring back Egypt Shane, and just lets you like just abuse it. Like, just Fluffal cheap is so good. So you play 1 Sabers, 3 Shanes, 3 Scythe. So Scythe, I'm having a hate and love relationship with it. Scythe is a great card. Scythe lets you fusion summon on your opponent's turn. You don't need poly, and if you fusion it off with Penguin, you get to draw 2 cards. Of course you have to discard 1, but normally we're discarding a Toy Vendor or Edge, but it just does so much interaction. And a lot of times you're gonna set up for Scythe to be live and busted. But the thing is, this deck has a lot of bricky cards. They're all cards that does something, but it needs another card to do it, if that makes sense. So when you see a handful of Edget monsters and Frightfur cards, your Scythe basically becomes dead. And to me, I'd rather play a card, a hand trap that basically you drop it, like Ash, Ghost Ogre, Veiler, Droll, instead of having a 2-card hand trap. So right now, my like actual deck that I'm testing out, I play with 1 Scythe. And it's working out for me. But he's playing with 3 Scythe, and he did extremely well. So right now, it's your preference. Play 3, play 1. Comment down below. Tell me what you play and tell me which ratio you like the best. Like I said, there's not that many big events going on, so there's not much much data we can analyze. But so he plays 3 Gamma. Gamma is really good with Fluffals because we do a lot before we summon a monster. So with this deck, we lose really quickly with Droll. We lose really quickly with Dweller. So if we had Gamma in the hand, we just shut down their Dweller, and we try out their Droll. We're gonna go in there. And plus, it's just amazing hand trap going second, because you can stop your opponent's Needle Fibrax. You can stop their Rambless, I believe that's what you call that. The deck, the Dragon Link card that like lets you search for a Dragoonity card. And also it's, what other card? They just have a lot of cards. Because it negates and destroy. That's actually pretty busted in this game right now. So he plays 3 Gammas, 1 Driver. He plays 3 Toy Vendors. He plays 3 Foolish Goods, 3 Patchworks, 3 Poly, 1 Fry for Repair, 1 Fry for Fusion. So like that, all of that's pretty basic. So he plays 3 Fry for Forbidden Droplets. Why I call it Fry for? Because this card is just should have been meant for Fluffals. This card abuses this card so well, because when Shane gets sent from the pen or field to the graveyard, it does something. When Toy Vendor, same thing. Hand or Toy Vendor actually just hits the graveyard, it does something. So you can literally send Shane or Toy Vendor, negate 2 cards on your opponent's side of the field, and we get to do something. We get another puzzle piece from our deck. So like that's busted. So we're just plussing with negations, so if that makes sense. For you budget players, no, you don't like super need it, but it does help. It does elevate your deck to the next level. So if you right now, droplets are the all-time cheap right now, so you know, if you have the budget, I'll pick it up before it starts going up once an event like regionals like picks back up. But yeah, droplets in my opinion is needed, but not super needed. So he plays 1 Called by the Grave. He plays a 42 card deck, 18 spells, 24 monster. So it's a 42 card ratio. Every card does something, well, except for Driver. Driver just just there. But yeah, so I like it. I like it a lot. Not every deck's meant to be 40. So I like to keep my deck at 40, but like I said, this guy got 4th place, so he's doing something. He's going places. So the side deck, he plays 1 Dino Race for Panker Trops. I feel like every side deck needs it. It's just good to go in second. 3 Nibiru's, pretty good against like road combo decks, but it just doesn't do much with Inferno Nobles. Doesn't do much with Dragon Links, because at the end you can Nibiru them and they still end up with the same board they wanted to end. So 3, there can only be 1. This is interesting. Jeremy, if you're watching this video, comment down below, because I still cannot figure out why you side it. Like for what deck? Like for Dragon Link, makes sense, because you know all they have is dragons, but I just feel like you have a lot of fiends. Like I get it, you end with Toad, Clematis, and a fiend. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that won't be enough, but hey, you are better than me. You got 4th place. So what Harpy Fell Duster, you know, from back row. 1 Red Reboots, 3 Lightning Storms, 3 Infinite Impermanence. I really do like his side deck. I think is really good. He put a lot of thought into it. I just, there's nothing negative to say. Oh, but positives. Yeah, like I really love this guy's profile, this deck. I mean, so he plays a 3 Cruel Whale. He plays 1 Fry for Kraken, 1 Sabertooth, and 1 Tiger. Pretty standard. You don't really need 2 whales anymore. I mean, not 2 whales, 2 Krakens. You don't really need 2 Tigers. Whale's really amazing card. So it kind of like, yes, they have different effects, but it just, well, non-target and destruction effect is really good. So he plays that 1 Bahamut Shark, the 1 Totally Awesome, well, 1 Clematis, like I said, is pretty standard. The 1 Apollosa. This is another card. It's needed, but it's not super needed. But pick it up. It's $13. I think it's like actually $10 now for like the reprint Mega Gold Tin. Just pick it up. Like your Fluffle game's gonna change dramatically, and it's $10. You guys can skip 1 McDonald's meal and cook at home, and then boom, you can afford a Palooza. Alright, so 1 Cross Sheep. So I really don't need to talk about these cards. You know, I talk about them every single time I make a Fluffle deck profile. So here are the cards I've been waiting for. Alright, so he plays 1 Omega. So Omega rips a card of your opponent's hand, you banish it, so if your opponent try to draw you, you can activate Gamma, make Omega rip another card from their hand. So now they're playing with, when it's to their turn, they're playing with what, 4 cards? Yeah. So he plays with 1 Lagma. So basically, it will always make his Gammas live. Let me see what this card. You can activate the effect of Spy Friend. This face up. Yeah, so that's basically what it does. So he just makes your Gamma live. So he plays Anaconda. He doesn't play Dragoons, but I don't 100% understand why this card's in an extra deck. Like I said, this deck does break a lot, so you can literally just like send a Polymerization to the graveyard and you can do something. That's the only thing I can think of. Again, Jeremy, watching this video, let us know. We're all curious. So when he plays 1 Elder Entity, Antits, I think that's, I don't know how it's called. So I get it. So one of the meta right now is Dogmatica. So when Dogmatica activates that card, we have to send like 2 cards from the extra deck. This and Omega is what we send. So it's pretty busted because he already knew that the meta was going to be Dogmatica. Yeah, so it just helps punish your opponent when they activate that card. So that's basically all of it. Subscribe for more Fluffal content. Subscribe because my project right now are Dragon Maids, and that deck is so good. It's a really good tier 2 deck. It's expensive, so be rare to empty up your wallets. But yeah, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and see you guys next time. I see you guys made it to the end of the video. Remember, don't forget to subscribe, join the Raw Singing family, hit that notification bell so you guys can be notified when we upload new videos. And let's keep it with the Raw Singing!